Cracking Google is not all about your technical skills. There's a lot more to it than just coding. Most candidates believe they need to be the best coder in the world, but that's far from the truth. Google interviews are structured to evaluate how well you can think, communicate, and approach problems systematically. I have cracked Google myself, and I know several others who have done it too. Today, I will share the bare minimum effort strategy that has worked time and time again. This is not about grinding thousands of problems or spending years in preparation. It's about optimizing your approach and making the biggest impact with the least effort. So we will group the whole process in 5 steps. Before you start your preparation, you need a basic competitive programming skill set, but you don't need to be a red coder. Google does not expect you to be an ICPC world finalist or the grandmaster at all. Instead, you should aim for a minimum threshold. 1350 plus rating on Codeforces or 4 stars on CodeChef. This ensures that you are comfortable with problem solving, understanding basic data structure and algorithms, and can handle medium level lead code problems efficiently. If you are below this level, spend some time brushing up on essential topics like binary search, DP, graphs, and recursions before moving forward. Step 2 will be the 30-minute interview hack. Pick a random coding question from platforms like LeetCode, Codeforces, or CodeChef. Set a 30-minute timers. This is your strict time limit. Start recording both your screen and your video as you solve the problem. You can use OBS for the same. Explain your thoughts process out loud, just like you would in an actual interview. Once the time is up, review the recording and ask yourself, did I communicate my thoughts clearly? If the answer is yes, then you can proceed. Otherwise, you have to check whether your solution was structured and methodical. Did I jump to coding too soon without discussing the approach? Was I calm and confident, or did I hesitate too much? Most people don't realize that interviews test how you think, not just whether you get the right answer. If you do this exercise quite enough, you will develop a structured approach to problem solving, which is what Google looks for. Step 3 will be mastering coding style and clean code. A major mistake candidates make is writing messy, unstructured code. Companies prefer clean, readable code over the fastest or most optimized solution. Your code should be simple, well structured, and easy to understand. Follow these best strategies or practices. These are some practices which might be useful for you. So, use camel casing for variables and function names. Avoid using auto in C++. Instead, define the exact type. Always define input and output types explicitly in case of Python. Like if you have function, explicitly specify the format of the input, like A is a int, B is a list, and also specify what will be the return format, like int or list. Use constant for variables that don't change. So suppose there is a mod 1e9 plus 7, so make it constant. Follow an OOP approach whenever possible. Implement the abstract class and then the implementation class, so that it can be seen that you have learned the OOPS concept and applying it. Also validate the constraints. Suppose in the question there was written that the numbers in the array are positive. So you should create another function in your class solution to validate if the input is correct or not. After coding, you need to mathematically prove your complexity and the correctness of your solution, and why it works and why it is optimal. If time permits, explain multiple solutions. For example, if you solve a problem using recursion, also discuss the iterative approach and compare the trade-offs. This will impress the interviewer and demonstrate a deep understanding of algorithms. There's a lot of importance on behavioral interviews to assess if you are a good fit for their culture. Use the STAR methodology, which stands for situation, task, action, result. So I will break down these 4. So situation, describe the background and context. Task, explain what needed to be done. Action, detail the steps you took. Result, highlight the outcome and what you learned. For example, if I was asked about a challenging project, and I just don't have to say that I built this project and this worked well. Instead, I will break down my answer in STAR methodology. So first I will explain the situation. So let's say at my previous job, we had a situation where our systems was handling 1 million plus requests per day but started slowing down. And the task was, my task is to optimize the database query and improve performance. The action I took was like this. I first analyzed the query execution plan, added proper indexing and implementing caching strategies. The result was that the overall database load was reduced by 40%, gaining 60% improvement in time. This structure makes your answer clear and impactful. One more important tip is always prepare top 10 to 15 questions which are usually asked in HR round. This will help you not become confused at the time of interview. The step 5 is optimize your setup for maximum efficiency. Even small changes can make a big difference in how professional you appear. If you use Google Docs for coding, disable autocorrect and all automatic feature. Use Ubuntu font for code. It looks clean and professional. For virtual interviews, ensure good lighting and a quiet environment. Use a clear microphone so your voice is good. Keep a notepad and pen nearby for quick notes. So final advice is practice presentation and confidence. At the end of the day, confidence matters. Even if you don't have the perfect answer, a confident, structured response can leave a strong impression. The best way to improve is to record yourself and review. Do mock interviews with your friends or use some platforms for the same. Google does not expect perfection, but they do expect clarity, structure, and confidence. In conclusion, the bare minimum part to Google will be as follows. Meet the minimum skill level 1350 on Codeforces or 4-star on CodeChef. Use the 30-minute interview hack. Solve, record, analyze. Follow the best coding practices. Clean, structured, and validated code. Use STAR method for HR rounds, situation, task, action, result. Optimize your setup. Disable autocorrect. Use Ubuntu font. Ensure clarity. Practice confidence and presentation. Mock interviews. Self-review. Follow this process and you will drastically improve your chances. You don't need to be a genius, just structured, clear, and confident. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe. Let's crack Google with minimum efforts and maximize results.